Alright guys, this is my main beauty stockpile. It was our linen closet and it got totally taken over by all of my, toiletries and beauty necessities. So it's actually in two parts. This is the top 3 shelves, so I'll show you guys that first. Let me come up the stairs. Starting at the bottom, we have a lot of floss in the back. Lots of toothpaste. I've seen lots of stockpiles that have a gazillion boxes, but I mean, realistically, it's just my husband and I, and we're not going to go through that much toothpaste. So I'm always donating it. This will last us a while, so at least until the next sale, because as we know, they're always around. Mouthwash is next to it, and it's really hard to tell how deep the shelf is, but it goes back pretty far. Over here, deodorants. My husband barely uses any deodorant. He's lucky. I have to use a ton, I swear. But he's pretty stocked up for a while. All different kinds. Irish Spring, Right Guard, Gillette, Degree, you name it. He doesn't have a preference, luckily. Over here is my deodorant. I love the Mitchum. Lady Speed Stick is all right. There's some Degree and Dove, and then I don't know why this is here, probably because I have no room for it anywhere else, but this is that Dove detangling spray that I love, so it really doesn't belong there though. Going up are hair accessories, or not accessories, but stylers and whatnot, and hairsprays, and it just goes back really far. I mean, defrizzers, mousse, gels, I mean, anything you could imagine, I have it, and I don't use all of it, so it's just kind of accumulated. I need to be a little more adventurous with my hair. Next to it is more of my husband's kinds of shampoos. He's not really picky, so I just, have a bunch of Suave and some of the VO5. These are really not my favorites, but they work for him, so they go all the way back. Of course, I can't really see because I'm not tall enough. Over here is my hair care, which actually goes up into 2 shelves, and they do go all the way back. So this is what I was talking about when I said that I can't buy any more Pantene, because there's so much Pantene. That whole top shelf is pretty much Pantene all in the back. There are some different ones in the front. I have some Herbal Essence and Head & Shoulders and Fruitopia, and then down here some Tresemme and Dove, but most of it in the back is Pantene, so lots of that stuff, lots and lots. Up here in this corner I have some VO5 conditioner, a couple more bottles up there for my husband, and a bunch of hair dye. I actually love this one right here. This is the one that I use, but here's some extra ones in case I want to try the other colors. So that's the top, but this actually was the mini linen closet after I took over the top half that I just showed you. And it got so out of control with this extreme couponing that I ran out of room, and I just had to move my linen closet to another closet in the home. So, hey there, little Lexi. She blends in so well with the floor. Anyway, so now I have a really big a really big stockpile that used to be a linen closet. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. Let me get started. There's a bunch of boxes of soap. This is kind of like the body section. So lots of bars of soap for my husband. I don't use bars of soap. I use body wash. Some men's body wash, and then a bunch of women's body washes. I have a ton of them. They go back pretty far. Every shape, color, taste, scent variety. I have a lot of different kinds. One of those Physicians Formula stick thingies, and then some of these Degree sprays, which I love. They smell so good. And back even behind this wooden divider are some more bottles of body wash. Yeah, I'm cut off from body wash. I have extra in the garage. So, all right, over here is more facial care. Let me move a couple things so you can kind of see. My husband loves these little things, so we have a couple bottles of those. A bunch of Biore strips and Garnier, and then back in here it's really dark, but we have a bunch of Biore cleansers and lotions, a lot of the Olay Regenerist, Physicians Formula, I mean, L'Oreal, you name it, I feel like I have it. I have so much stuff. Some of the Nivea for men, And then on this side, I have a bunch of the Olay wipes and the Garnier wipes, and they go back pretty far. I love those things, so I go through those pretty quickly. So that's the first shelf for this bottom section. Let me scoot back and I'll show you the very, very bottom. Down here are all of my lotions. I have all of the Nivea creams that were free at Target a few months ago. And then behind there's a bunch of Vaselines. It's hard to see. And more Nivea and Suaves and Aveeno. So that's a lot of lotion. We've got a lot of lotion. Over here is sunscreen, and we just, we've been on vacations recently, so we've been using it, so some of it's not put away. But there are a few that go back there. Some of the Clearasil Perfecta washes, there's 3 of them. My husband's currently using one of them. Over here is a little box of lip balms, another thing that I have a gazillion of. My favorite perfume, I have 4 bottles of the spray and 2 boxes of the actual perfume from Victoria's Secret. Love that stuff. And then in the back there's a couple bottles of witch hazel, some makeup remover in the front, and then this little tower of those Almay trial-sized makeup removers. So, yeah, this is the fun little closet. And it's right outside our door, so, if we're in the shower and we're like, oh no, I'm out of body wash, grab a towel and just can kind of reach around here and grab some. So it's pretty convenient. So let me see, next I'll take you to our upstairs bathroom where we have medicines and stuff. And then I think there's only one more spot after that. So yeah, this is a long video. It kind of gets like that when you have it all spread out everywhere. So 1 second. All right, guys, so this is under our master, I'm sorry, not our master. Hello again, little Penny. Of course, you have to go inside. Under our upstairs guest bathroom, I guess. No one ever uses this bathroom. We have 3 bathrooms. So this bathroom is pretty much their bathroom. The cats has a lot of their litter, some of the Scotch lint removers, because cats shed, don't you? Yes, you do, and dogs as well, so we need those. In the back, it's going to be a little dark, but all of our headache medicine, Advil, aspirin, all of those types of medicines are in the back there. And I don't have too many boxes and bottles of medicine. I'd like to donate it because personally I don't like to use medicine or take medicine unless I absolutely have to and I'm feeling totally miserable. So I usually don't even touch this stuff. Some Thermacare heat wraps, some first aid gel, and some, breathe strips and sleep sheets. Over here, some scrubbing bubbles, refills. I haven't used these. I heard that you're not supposed to use them around pets, so I've been kind of nervous about that. I figured we could use it up here and keep the door closed, but I don't know. I might just be donating those. Just some bathroom cleaner and some trash bags, and then a ton of toilet paper. I just have it all stocked up here so that I don't have to worry about it if we run low up here. Let's see, over here a bunch of Nasal Ease allergy relievers and some nasal mist, and there's some Band-Aids in the back. Up here in this bin we have all of the cold medicine, so we have pills and we have the liquid types, NyQuils and Theraflus and everything you can imagine. And then in this container, we have a lot of different things, tons of Cordade. Like I said, we have so many boxes of anti-itch cream, Lanacanes, and then a bunch of Blink teardrops, and yeah, just randomness. You guys, I'm sure if you've been couponing for a while, you know when those deals were around, mostly at Walgreens. So, oh, and then there's a bunch of tissues in the back too. So I like to try to keep this bathroom as stocked as possible, just so that I don't have to come up and down the stairs all the time with toilet paper. But like I said, it's rarely used. So yeah, that's it for this area. There's only one more spot left.